And you know what I really love? Much like a jock strap, we have excellent support for the NoNuke. It's a very important tool for contractors, especially asphalt contractors, like I said, third parties. Before there was nuclear, and now we have non-nuclear for the same kind of purpose.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Hot Mix, an InstroTek podcast. I'm Anthony.
And I'm Maurice.
And today we are bringing something back to talk a little bit more about the NoNuke, some of the technological advancements, and some things that we're really excited about that are coming to market.
That's right. We have an old friend on the table.
Old friend.
And the reason I say that is because this was our very first product we ever did a podcast on. Can you believe that?
Yeah,
it seems like so long ago, right? Like, ages ago when we did our very first Hot Mix podcast, I think we were just a little nervous. The set looked completely different.
It did.
And now we're kind of a little bit further on, and we've, think the product is further on as well.
They grow up so fast.
They do.
They just grow up
and, we just want to kind of highlight some of the things that how the product has changed and why it's even better when we first brought it out. So just to give some background, we started developing this back in the 2010s. A lot of time spent on what this product was going to be like. And the first iteration we brought out, we made some changes right away. We kind of found some things that we wanted to make better, and we did that right away. And that was 2020. Now, what was the big thing in 2020, Anthony? What was happening in 2020? You remember back in 2020?
I think that was, everybody was sick.
Everybody was sick.
Yeah,
we weren't even in the office, so testing it and getting it out was tough.
Yeah.
And I remember, we released it like right around the COVID time frame.
Even the NoNuke got COVID.
Yeah, exactly. Even it was wearing a mask. So we were kind of a little bit behind the eight ball because everybody was not really able to see each other. So we were trying to get it tested. But through the last 6 years, man, have we done a lot, and have we really brought the product to a new standard in dielectric testing. But first, Anthony, why don't you tell us what the NoNuke is for some that may not have watched the very first episode?
Sure.
And what it does.
Yeah, well, for everybody that hasn't watched the Hot Mix before, it's an asphalt density gauge that you will use. It's a non-nuclear asphalt density gauge that you will use on pavement projects for quality control. It's a tool that's used by a lot of contractors and some third-party agencies and even some agencies now to basically give you real-time data, density data behind the roller to show you how dense your material is. And so you can make sure that wherever the location that you're going to be coring, you know that you have basically rolled to the maximum compaction so that you can be passing, so that when you submit your cores, they get a thumbs up and you get your bonuses.
There you go. Couldn't have said better myself, and it's a very important tool for contractors, especially asphalt contractors, like I said, third parties, and some of the agencies now accepting the information coming off these non-nuclear. Before there was nuclear, and now we have non-nuclear for the same kind of purpose. So yeah, that's what the NoNuke does. But what do you think is the number one thing that we have really done well with this new version of the NoNuke, or that you really like now?
Well, I think everybody's always worried about moisture on in asphalt and any kind of steam or just any kind of moisture that is pulled into a dielectric instrument. It's always had a hard time reading that because the dielectric value of water is 100 versus the dielectric value of asphalt is between 5 and 7. So when you get those spikes, it throws densities way up. And what we've done is we have now calibrated the gauge in two different ways to have basically a moisture compensation mode, which is very, very important. One, for new users, people who know their mix, they know how it's going to perform. It's a little easier to program the gauge and kind of go. But those who haven't been in the industry for that long might struggle a little bit to understand how a mix is going to perform. Well, that's where the NoNuke comes in with these different factory calibration modes. It helps you and kind of guides you through how the material is going to interact with the gauge.
Yeah, absolutely. And when you're out there, it's a 98-degree day, humidity is 90%, and you're working under the sun, the last thing you need to do is worry about this performing, because you're trying to keep yourself performing. And the ability to use a product like this that's easy and that's going to give you good data, especially on compaction, because that's the key. That's the number one gold standard in our industry is density on asphalt. Everybody knows that. And to be able to know what you're getting behind the roller and call them back for a couple more passes to make sure you're above that compaction number. Usually in our industry is 92% compaction of the max. is incredibly important. So for the people that use these, it's a great tool, and it's an easy way to communicate what's going on during the paving project.
It is, and one of the things that I've heard from everyone who's used all of the different manufacturers out there is everybody says that the NoNuke is extremely repeatable.
Yeah.
And when you're talking about doing quality control testing, like one of the things you really need is repeatability. You want not a lot of variability and tons of repeatability, and that's what we have with the NoNuke.
Yeah, absolutely. One of the things that we have also done in the last 6 years is we now have the MyGauge app. And I know we have talked about the MyGauge app on a number of different episodes. We'll link those below if you want to find out what that is. But it's basically an app suite for all of our gauge products, field products, mainly nuclear and non-nuclear. What do you think the MyGauge app has really brought to this product?
I think just a top-down view of what your technicians are doing, and being able to be an administrator or in the app and basically assign people to different projects and watch them in real time. And when I say watch them, I just basically mean watch progress of the shot. You're not watching that. There's no camera. There's not, this little side piece over here isn't the camera. No, it's basically you can see the shots in real time, right? And so you can put in pass or fail parameters in the MyGauge app, and they will show up green for passing and red for failing.
Right.
And that's a that's a new step.
Absolutely.
No one's doing that. And I know from when I've been on projects, the biggest thing is delays. Yeah. The biggest thing people want to avoid is delays.
Right.
So the MyGauge app really helps avoid delays.
Just make sure you don't take it to the shower, because if it's watching you, that'd be a little tricky.
Yeah, it's a little tricky. Yeah. Don't worry. When we ask you to consent, it's okay.
Yes. When you hit that,
just check the box in the EULA.
I agree button on the agreements section. You just make sure you know what you're getting into. But no, the MyGauge app with its cloud-based format now allows the project manager, the foreman, to not only see this gauge, but other gauges that we have on the job.
Yes.
Have a pass-fail for each shot that is good and not, or above compaction or below compaction. And real soon, the NoNuke is going to have RTK GPS capability, where we're talking about where you were, meter, 2 meters in location. We're talking about 4 inches.
Yeah.
So that's another huge advantage of the NoNuke, and something that we're adding to this product very soon, and adding to a lot of our nuclear gauge products, including the nuclear gauges and the non-nuclear gauges, which is going to be key, because knowing exactly where you are on the project, to be able to come back to that and say, hey, this is what we got here, or be able to determine that area where maybe you're not getting compaction is going to be incredibly important. And a lot of DPS systems, dielectric systems, like the rolling paving DPS, also have very accurate GPS for the same reason. So this is found on this product.
Yeah, and we added in another layer of basically where you're going to be able to get centerline information to your actual station, which in a lot of states on the actual documentation, they like to see station numbers and from centerline where core locations are. We've actually added that in as well. So not only are you having GPS, but you're also having from centerline. So if there's going to be coring locations on each project, and now you can pinpoint those and go directly back to them.
And you know what I really love? Much like a jock strap, we have excellent support for the NoNuke. Right? I mean, it is a very well supported, very well supported. I'm glad I got you with that one. I was thinking about that one, how I was gonna get him, and I got him. I don't do that often, but I did get him. But to be honest, the support we offer with this, now we have a full library of videos online at InstroTek.com that you can go to prep the gauge for going out. For troubleshooting the gauge, we have troubleshooting guides, and not only that, we have the people here that are experts, like Anthony and some of our engineering team, as well as our support tickets that we have online. So if you're out in the field, you need to talk to someone, you can call us directly. But you have a lot of other supporting documents online, white papers, all this stuff. So that's all that's happened in the last 5-6 years with the NoNuke, and we just kind of want to share with that, because it is such a valuable product for a lot of people out there.
And I encourage everybody, if you're looking at dielectric technology, if you're looking at non-nuclear options, just give us a call and let's have a conversation about it, because there's just so much to It's moving in that direction in a lot of different ways, specifically for asphalt, right? So let's have a conversation about it and just kind of learn a little bit more about it together. So we always appreciate everybody tuning in and supporting us. Just remember to like and subscribe and do all the things so that everybody else can see the NoNuke videos. But thank you so much for tuning in, and just remember, keep it hot.
Keep it real.
Keep it real hot.